Wait a minute. Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to the Eaglemoss Presents Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. Because I still haven't received issue 20, we're kind of going to be limited on what I can do in issue 22. So I think I'm only going to do one part, which is a bracket that goes onto the back. Because we still haven't received those air intakes that go onto the top of the engine block. And if we look at this month's issue, which I'm not going to really go into, or not this month's issue, but this week's issue, I'm not really going to go into detail on anything else in the magazine, but we just have a couple pieces, specifically these first two pieces, which go on the back of the engine block. Actually, it goes right here in this little hole with the little peg there. So we're going to install that. But these pieces, which I could probably install this and this, but yeah, pretty much up to step number 5. We could probably even do number 6 and 7, but I'm not really going to go that route because in step 8 and step 9, we have to screw all those pieces into those air intake boxes. I don't know if those are supposed to be filters or really what they're supposed to be. Then on top of that, we also have the distributor cap down here. And on the next page, we have all the wires for, all the spark plugs, which, I'm not going to be able to do these because I can't get the distributor on top where I need it to be. So, we're going to just really quickly do steps 1 and 2 of issue 22, and then we're going to move on to issue 23. So, let's just go ahead and get this done. I'm going to cut a small slit into the bag here, which hopefully will just be big enough to get my two parts out. There's 22B and 22A, I think. Okay. And then this piece, which is rather small, supposedly this just fits right on there like this. Whoop. But it's not on there really solid, so I think I'm gonna actually super glue this piece before I chop my finger off. Okay, so it's going to be on there just like that. Next, we need an MM screw. Uh-oh. I am not familiar with MM screws, and I really, really hope I have some over here, which I do not see. I have DM, JM, CM, IM, BM, DM, AM, CM, HM, GM, FM, but I'm not seeing any MM screws, so we're going to have to cut that bag out of here as well. Actually, I'm just going to see if I can cut the individual. We're going to perform some multi-layer surgery here, guys. And we're gonna try to pull out one of these screws, and we are successful. I should have been a doctor. I should have been a surgeon, you guys. Because that was expert work right there. So we'll set this aside pending issue 20 in 6 months or whatever. If they're anything like D'Agostini with the Millennium Falcon issue 100, you know, it could be like another year down the road. We have no idea. Okay, so next we have this piece, which is going to go right on here like that. I'm going to need a really tiny screwdriver, so I'm going to try this. No, that's not going to work. There we go. Ah. And oh my gosh. That is extremely, extremely tight. And I don't even think I have enough of an edge here on the old broken one. Just screwed. No, that's not. I should just throw that old screwdriver away. It makes me mad just looking at it. Ah, this one will work. Or will it? Yeah, I think that was working. Or not. Oh no. Well, it's not stripping out. Let's back this screw out a little bit. Gosh, they just have to make everything so difficult. So I'm just going to try to screw this down. I mean, it barely even goes in there. I mean, there's like a bottom to the hole, and it's like the screw is too long. Kind of going now. It's almost in. It's almost all the way down. But man, this one is tight. That's as far in as it's going. So I'm going to have to find my Dremel tool. Where did I put my Dremel? I mean, it's either that or I drill out the hole. It's like I just have to cut that piece in half. And I don't, or not the piece, but the screw. I've got some wire cutters here. Let's just try to cut it in half, or maybe cut about a third of the end off of it, just to see if I can. Okay. Well, I seriously didn't think I would be spending this much time on this screw, so... all this effort for one... It's almost there. Ooh, it's almost there. For one tiny little screw. Okay, it's there. All right, let's skip on to issue 23. And so we have some bracket pieces, what looks to be the alternator. Hopefully that's the actual alternator this time. And then we have the oil dipstick too, which is pretty cool. So anyway, in issue 23, we've got these pieces. Don't really have too much to do, so hopefully that'll go quickly. And we have some close-up looks at the engine. This is actually going to be pretty cool if you, are wanting to provide more detail to your engine, or weathering, things like that, or if you want it to look brand spanking new. And then the next part, we get all the pulleys and the belts, and we should be able to install those without issue 20 and the rest of the parts from issue 22. So let's get started. So let's see, first we need this part, which is 23D. We need some AM screws. Hopefully these are the AM screws, and they are. And it's basically going to screw into the two holes right here. And it's going to go like this up here. Let's see if these will fit on my other screwdriver here. And they kind of will, but they kind of don't. Okay. And I mean, it's almost like they didn't even bother tapping most of these, or any of these holes. It's like self-tapping metal screws, geez. See, that one's got the feeling that they need to be cut down again. Darn it. I mean, I'm putting like a lot of pressure on these too to get them to screw down. That one is not going anywhere. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that's not screwing down anymore. So let's get our cutter out here, and I'm going to cut about maybe a millimeter, millimeter and a half. Come on now. If I can actually cut this one. That one's not cutting. Ah, there we go. Jeez. Just have to squeeze it hard enough. Okay. Now if I can just get that first screw in, I think we're gonna have to cut this one as well. And if you have a Dremel tool and you've got like a, you know, like a cutting wheel, you know, you could use the cutting wheel to cut, you know, to essentially grind down the screw a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have that, you're kind of at the mercy of Eagle Moss and these screws that were provided, which is not good. Nothing we can really do about it. Okay. Okay. Man, I never thought I'd get so much exercise from doing this one little thing. Alright, so next we have combine the parts 23B and 23C as shown. And then we need an AP screw, which I had some. Yeah, here's some right here. Okay. And we'll just screw these down. Kind of keep the two holes in line there. Okay, and then it says place the alternator assembly on the right side of the engine. Oh, okay. So basically, there's a little bracket. See, there's a hole right there, right under there, and we're gonna put this right there, and then we're gonna screw more AP screws to hold it into place. One from the front and one from the back. So we'll do the one in the front first. And then get some more AP screws out here. And the one from the back, which is going to be right here. And there we go. Next, we have part number 23A. Right there, and we need an AM screw. No. We got 2 packets of AP screws and no AM screws. Awesome. Or wait. Oh no, here's the AM screws. What the heck is this? What is this? Look at this little micro screw. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see that little tiny micro screw in there? It's like 2 AM screws had a little microscopic baby. Oh my gosh, that is like the tiniest screw I've ever seen. It's going to be interesting to see where that one goes. Wow. Okay, AM screw, come here. No, get off of me, you little baby screw. Look at this little thing. It's tiny. I have no screwdriver that's that tiny. I'm almost positive. I'll have to look around, but I'm next to certain that I don't have anything that small. Okay, next we have a bracket that's going to go right there with the pin going there. So let's see. This is another one of those cases where we've got a screw that's probably too long for the hole. No! Oh no, I bent this piece back. Ugh. See, this is what I mean. It's like we've got all these little plastic parts. So I'm basically just trying to screw, trying being the key word here. I mean, none of these holes are bored, you know, are tapped or anything. Yeah, that's as far in as it's going. Gosh. Awful. Very, very bad, Eagle Moss. I'm sorry, but I'm really disappointed in the build right now. Okay. I mean, the amount of force required is just ridiculous. It truly is, you guys. All right. Extremely, extremely frustrating. Press 23G, which is this thing. It's going to go through here, and then there's a hole right there where it's going to fit. But yeah, I definitely 100% want to super glue that. Just like that. Okay, next up we have a bracket that goes back here with a couple of DM screws. It says it's part 23E, which it looks like it's this part here. And I think these are essentially what mount it to the body, the metal frame. In a next couple issues, I don't know how long it's going to be. Come on. See, now I have to be careful about putting pressure onto the other side, because I've got that alternator bracket and it's all plastic. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. The rage. The rage. Gotta be careful. Get the big boys out to do this job, since I finally have screws that are big enough for it. Okay, so there's that side. And I think we just have to do this other side and we'll be finished. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, so there's the two rear brackets, and I think that's everything. This is what your finished assembly should look like. If I put this on, it kind of looks like that. But there's still some bunch of parts missing, so all right, well, let's see, let's get all of our screws. We didn't end up using the little tiny micro screw. Where is it? Yeah, it's right there. I don't know what that's all about. And we've got an extra AP screw. So I'm going to take these AP screws here. I'm just going to put it in with those. And we've got some extra AP screws. All right, well, that's going to be it for issue 23. Let's see, let's look again. What we have coming in issue 24, which I think is basically all of the pulleys that go on to the front. So that'll be kind of a fun issue. And then we'll also have the rubber bands, which are essentially, you know, your belts that'll go on there as well. And then I think, I don't know if it's issue 25 or 26, we'll actually mount the engine into the body. I think that's coming up fairly soon, so that'll be pretty cool as well. Well, guys, that is it for the Eaglemoss Presents Build Back to the Future DeLorean issue 22 a little bit and 23. Once I get issue 20, obviously we'll go back, we'll take this top piece off, mount everything in there that needs to be mounted, and then we'll screw that down, and then we'll continue with the rest of issue 22, and then we'll be, you know, all caught up, but no idea when that's going to happen. So guys, if you are in the United States and you're following along with me, you guys and you don't have issue 20, you know, now you guys can kind of progress a little bit, follow along, and you know, still be able to work on other things while steering clear of the you know, the parts that we're missing for right now. So guys, as always, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Should be down somewhere in one of the corners. Helps me out tremendously. Please don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon. Gives me or gives you notifications whenever I put my videos live. We'll see you next time, guys. I'm Brad M73. Bye for now.